Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives and the Rosecraft Blades Week. We've already taken a look at so far this week the Pocket Monster and the Bara. Today we are taking a look at the Little Chonk, and this thing should be called the Little Chunk. I am so in love with this little chunky guy. This thing is so awesome. You guys are going to love this one. This is so great. Do me a favor. If you are liking the video, go ahead and hit that like button. It does help the channel. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It does. I'd love to have you guys here all the time. And don't forget to ring that bell and alert you when I put out another video. So, day 3 of the Rosecraft blade knives. And another one. There isn't one that I've had, and I said this in the last 2 videos, that I don't like yet. They are all just spectacular. I think they're doing wonderful things. So let's start off by saying that this goes for $58.99, which is a fabulous price for this knife and for what you're going to get. I think they're awesome. These are all designed by Hawkins Rose, and he is one of their designers. There's a few more, but we'll go through that as we get to them. Hawkins, just a great person. Had the pleasure of actually meeting him at Blade Show in Atlanta. Just everybody there is so down to earth. And of course, Andy and Jolynn, I've mentioned them many times. They are now with Rosecraft, and they're just going to do some great things. All right, we have got 3 different ones here, which I think you're really going to like. So your difference is in these is you're going to have a black G10, of course. You have a red G10. And then this one is going to be this gray aluminum. Now, the thing about this aluminum is it almost has like an orange peel effect to it. I absolutely don't think that's going to show up on camera, but if you can see that, which is really cool. Okay, we are all used to G10, so let's go over this really quick, and then I'm going to show you the aluminum one. All right, so on this one, you do have your liners are all going to be red, which I think is really cool. You've got the pop of color there on your pivot collar. Okay, your pocket clip is going to remain just the plain stainless steel. There you go. There's Hawkins Roses. That's hard to say. His logo there, the HR, which is awesome. I like that. Nice and simple. And then we're going to go to the red G10, which they have actually switched. So the red G10 is going to have the black pivot collar. You're going to have the black liners on this one. And again, you're going to have the plain pocket clip. Okay. Deep carry. All their pocket clips are inset on the knife, and all their screws are the nice flat screws. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but your screws are also flat, so it has a lot less pocket wear. All right, so I just want to show you those 2 colors, if you can see that, the black and the red. Now, let's take a look at this one, because this one is really different, and I think it's really cool. So this is an aluminum one, obviously. You do have the red pivot collar. Your liners are going to be red, which just gives you that real pop of color. I really like that when they do a knife that gives something a little bit different, that gives you that pop of color. Again, you are going to have the inset pocket clip. All of these are right left-hand carry, so they are ambidextrous, and my lefties out there, you are getting your lefty love, and I'm loving this. Now, your blade is going to be a D2 Wharncliffe style blade. As you can see, it's got the beautiful stonewash finish on it. This one is kind of stonewash with the satin. Nice heavy knife. I mean, this is just such a great tool. I'm absolutely loving it. For those of you that like lanyards, you do have a great lanyard area. Not that this knife to me needs a lanyard, but then I'm not a big lanyard person. So we'll just leave it at that. You do have some great jimping on the back, nice deep jimping. This is just a nice handful. I love it. For me, it is a perfect size. So we'll say it again. I have 3 inches across, 4 inches diagonally, and it fits so well into my hand. Now, I can be back on it more. I'm still going to get 4 fingers on it. For those of you that have larger hands, you're going to want to move up a little bit and use the jimping on the back. But that's just me. Maybe you don't want to do it. I like the thumb studs on this one because if I want to hold it this way and I want to cut something, I'm able to actually use the thumb studs for a little more grip on that, which is really, really nice also. The contouring, the way it is made, it is, yes, very rectangular, but I love the arch on the back, because the arch on the back really fits in the palm of my hand. I mean, just perfectly. This clip is not a hot spot at all. It is a deep carry. Even though you do use it as a deep carry, and I don't have any paper around here right now, you do have just a tad out of pocket, about a 1/4 inch, as you can see there. Still, so awesome. Now, it is a flipper. You can see that comes nicely centered, okay? Just beautiful. It is a flipper. You do need to give it just a little bit of wrist flick because it is a big boy. You can also just use the thumb studs. And I love the way he's designed this, how it just flows so nicely. Just the handle right into the blade is so great. It just perfectly designed. With your, I'm not sure what you want to call that, but I will call it, it's kind of milled out center here. It just tends to give you, for me, it's a little more grip on the knife. But as I said, because the handle is nice and thick, not just thick this way, but nice and wide this way, it is really wonderful. It fits in the hand so good. It's really comfortable. We actually were chopping some things up with this. We were doing this when we had some wood, some branches, just to see what it'd do. And it just, I mean, it was incredible. And again, all these knives are just as sharp as they were when we first started cutting things with it and playing with it. This one I think was stropped, but just as sharp. I mean, it is going to cut just like it first came out of the box. So what are some of the specs on this? Well, as I said, it is a manual flipper. You can use the thumb studs or you can use the manual flipper. These do also run on ceramic ball bearings, which is awesome. It is a liner lock. I just love the looks of this. And all the edges on these are just very smooth. There's no sharp edges. It's nicely rounded. So it's not sharp, not even on the back. I think it's wonderful. Very heavy. Love that. All right, spec-wise, as far as some measurements here, we are looking at a 3-inch blade and basically a 2 3/4 inch cutting edge. Your closed length is going to be 4 inches, which gives you a nice overall length of 7 inches. As you can see there, you got a full 7 inches on that one. The weight on this one, as I said, it is, they call it the little chonk, but it should be the little chunk. It is heavy. This is 5.9 ounces. Now, let me double check because I know, as I reach for my scale, tweak my back while I do it. I want to see, I know that there is a difference because I completely move my mat around too and shake the camera. Let's just see if you're all still awake.
We're awake.
Awake. All right. So your stainless steel one, or I'm sorry, your aluminum one is going to be 6.6 ounces. Okay. Your G10, 5.9. So yes, the stainless steel one is a bit heftier. For those of you that really need to do some hard work, or maybe you're chopping up some things, some wood or branches or whatever, some of the things that we were chopping with it, I cleaned it a little bit. This is one that's good because it's going to, because it's small, it's really going to give you that extra with that weight. It's going to kind of give you that extra momentum. And here's Therapeutic Edge. Put that in your hand. Let's see. Yeah, see? It's great for small hands and large hands.
Yeah, my pinky rolls off the tail end just a little bit, but because it's nice and thick through the handle, you get a really good grip.
That's what I was saying.
Excellent for slicing cuts.
Oh, it's so good. And when we were cutting up those branches, remember, I don't have super hand strength anymore because of the arthritis even in my thumbs. And I actually chose the aluminum one just because it was a bit heavier and it was perfect. Which one were you using? The red one or the black one?
You know, of course I grabbed.
Of course he's going to grab the black one, right?
Yeah, but the aluminum.
Actually, I can see more mess on that blade
the
anyway,
aluminum one's
so
my favorite.
yeah. But so this has just been wonderful. Let's move a couple of these aside here. And let's look at some size differences. Okay, let's start with the large first. So we're going to take a look at it next to the Rat 2. You can see the Rat 2 is a large knife. This is not a large knife, but has a very large knife feel. And for those of you that carry knives and you carry a large or have carried a smaller knife that feels large, hopefully you understand what I mean by that. The Hogue Deca, as you can see, this is what I consider a medium size.
Yes, indeed.
A medium size knife. So this is a small knife. Is it small? No.
No.
Does that make sense to anybody but me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It's
So
compact in dimensions, but it's still got a big knife.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I have an ADV Mini Pathfinder, and that thing is small, but it feels big, and that's what I love. And it's the weight, and it's the way that it works. And this is the same thing. And you guys, $58.99 for this. That is freaking awesome. I mean, for what you get, you really can't go wrong with this. I think I just love it. I just love it. I think this is such a cool design. I haven't had one like this that size-wise, even though it's so small, fits so well in hand. It is so comfortable. As I said, the clip is not a big deal at all. It's got just enough retention to not be damaging to your clothing. It's lefty love. Gotta love that with insets. Yeah, this is so comfortable. This is definitely another one you guys should check out. All right, you guys, this has been a look at the Rosecraft Hawkins Rose designed Little Chonk. Freaking awesome knife. Just, I'm on this awesome kick, but I am so in love with all these Rosecraft knives. I'm in love with the fact that they are creating just some incredible knives at such a budget-friendly price. It's affordable. It's awesome. Use the code womencarryknives. Get yourself a discount on them. Makes it even more affordable. Check them out. I really don't think you'll be sorry. And the people at Rosecraft are just awesome. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. You know, I always love talking to you. And until next time.